Good morning, everyone. I am Manita, your science teacher, and I am explaining the first chapter, Nutrition in Plants. Before going deeply into the chapter, first of all, we need to know about some basic questions, and these questions are: first, what are the basic requirement of living organism to survive? The basic requirement means like air, water, food. These are the basic requirement of living organism to survive. Without it, the living organism do not survive. Second question is it possible for us to live without food? No, never. It is not possible for us to live without food. It is very essential. The third question is that as we eat food, plants also have, just like us, roti, sabji, it means vegetables, etc. No, they have nutrition, but they have the different type of nutrition. So fourth question arises, then what they eat? What they eat, it means what is the nutrition in the plants. That's why in this chapter we will study about the nutrition in plants. So these are some topics which we will cover in this chapter. First is nutrition, second types of nutrition, photosynthesis, importance of photosynthesis, different types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. We know that green plants prepare their own food, and they are the provider of the food for other animals. So first of all, we know about the meaning of the nutrition. Nutrition means taking in food and breaking it into small particles which can be easily absorbed by the cells. Taking in food and taking in food, just imagine in the animals, because the term nutrition is same, this definition is same in both plants as well as in animals. So taking in food, it means entering the food inside the body and breaking it into the small particles. It means in animals just chewing the food, and when we digest this food, we get the energy, and this energy is absorbed by the cells. So this term is known as nutrition, and this definition is same in the plant as well as in animals. Now next term is types of nutrition. There are two types of nutrition: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, auto means self and troph means food. Self preparing food, it means all those organisms that prepare their food themselves are known as autotrophs. For example, green plants and some bacteria, they prepare their own food themselves. It means they follow the autotrophic nutrition. Second type of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means other and troph means food. Organisms that cannot prepare their food themselves, they depend on the food on others. This type of organism is known as heterotrophs. For example, all animals, fungi and some bacteria, they follow the heterotrophic nutrition. We know that autotrophs, it means green plants prepare their own food, and this food is getting by the other animals. So autotrophs, it means green plants prepare their food. So how they prepare their food? They prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the food making process in which green plants take carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, and make the food. They also release the oxygen by this process. So, photosynthesis means green plants have an ability to trap the sunlight and converting it into chemical energy which is stored in the form of food. This is known as photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means to prepare. So green plants are the autotrophs because they prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And this process, it means photosynthesis, is represented by this chemical reaction. In this reaction, carbon dioxide plus water and these are the raw materials, carbon dioxide and water, sunlight and chlorophyll. These are also raw materials, and by using all these four raw materials, green plants prepare the food in the form of glucose, and in this process oxygen is released. This photosynthesis also represented by the diagram. In this diagram, in the presence of sunlight, this is the green plant. They take the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and carbon dioxide getting into the plant by the leaves, because leaves have the small pores, tiny pores on their surface, and these pores are known as stomata. The exchange of the gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. Exchange means carbon dioxide entering into the leaves and releasing the oxygen after this process. So it means exchange of the gases. It is taken by the stomata. Stomata are present in the leaves of the plant. Leaves also have a green pigment that is known as chlorophyll. It is very essential because chlorophyll trap the sunlight. If there is no chlorophyll, no sunlight, this process does not happen. So both component, it means presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, both are very essential. Water and minerals are absorbed by the root of the plants. After these raw materials, light, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, water, this green plant prepare the food, glucose, which is stored in the plant, and in this process oxygen is also released. After then, what is the importance of photosynthesis? First, all animals depends on the plant for different purposes, directly or indirectly. If plants will not perform photosynthesis, then life is not possible on the earth, because animals, it means heterotrophs, depends on the green plants for food. So if there is no green plants, so who will prepare the food for the animals? It means life is not possible on the earth. Second importance is plants exhale oxygen during this process, which is utilized by the animals to perform respiration. We know that in this process plants exhale oxygen. Exhale, it means in this process oxygen is released by the photosynthesis. It means it is the waste product for the plant, but this waste product is important for the animals, because animals inhale the oxygen during the respiration. That's why this photosynthesis is very important. Next importance is that photosynthesis help in maintaining the level of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere, thus balance the ecosystem. Obviously, carbon dioxide and oxygen maintained by this process, because by this process green plants take the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. This is maintained in the atmosphere, and so balance of these gases